every day. Comb the hair or lose the hair every day. Comb the hair, lose the hair. And we getting again the second day that this area is becoming exposed in the middle of the night. And I don't know, the first night I slept with the bandana, nothing moved. I have no idea why. Right here is the problem. You see it right there? That area is bad. It all moved yesterday. See how it's not soft and it's touching the the head area that I rested on? There is some knots on the tips again. It's really annoying shit, you know. Root, 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 couple. Not too many. I'm gonna run out of scrunchies. Gotta keep looking at the ground because I know I'm gonna run out of scrunchies to do this. Scrunchies are getting stretched. Shaving for 10 years straight. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't shave your hair for 10 years straight. You know why? Because your beard stops growing. You shave long enough, your beard gives up on you. I'm lucky I have these hairs on my mustache. I have not touched, trimmed, cut, scissor, edge this mustache. And if you remember me from 2010, 2011, I had a motherfucking, I had a pistolero type mustache. Had a big one, real big one. So don't do it. Military shit, once you come out, grow your shit. Don't don't do it. You come out, you don't even have a beard anymore. You're demasculized. Yeah, you don't even have a beard anymore. You're demasculized. You're emasculized. Trying to make you bald. My fucking eyebrows are also gone too. Eyebrows? Where's my eyebrows? My eyebrows should be there, but they're not. I had bushy, beautiful eyebrows. Eyebrows was probably my best feature out of my whole face, second to my teeth. And they're gone. They took that from me too. It's like people become such predators because you have money. Yesterday, I was having a real thoughtful conversation on my TikTok live due to African American genocide in motherfucking supermarkets. They don't get it. They don't get it. They think that what they're doing is their power. Right? They think that what they're doing is their because it's their thing. I walk because we should be allowed to set and make prices, and what they're doing is making an environment that a homeless guy needs $600 for a single meal a day. Do you see that? So you're gonna get and in a $600 package, a homeless guy is gonna get under 2,000 calories a day, majority in junk food, and $15 under 10 for the majority of the junk food, and over 10 to $15 for 2,000 calories, which is basically dietary guidelines. So they're fucking with life, man. Niggers are fucking with life. It's real unfortunate that they don't get it. It's 600 out of my pocket. And I made that calculation yesterday. That's how dangerous the city has gotten. You got to go in there. You got to start giving checks. You got to start kicking them out. Kicking them out. How many people work here? 300? Let's get 300 right now checks. Now I need money now. Let me steal food now. 300 checks. Their last checks. Get them out the door. Work on prices for 15 days and come back to a new store with corporate prices, with regulation in prices, because in the minds of the black man, he doesn't understand that it's an ethical issue when he plays with something 1.5 weeks and wants to up it $2. He doesn't get it. In his mind, there's not much motherfucking cranium, because what they should do is make their weed $600. See that? How do you think they would deal with that type of situation when they're addicts and all this type of shit? So from this perspective, they're playing using ethical boundaries. Ethical boundaries. And what's an ethical boundary? Well, someone from Staten Island that's coming to Whole Foods to buy food remembers that he purchased it at this price as he's heading to the supermarket and cannot buy that item. Over time, increased as a doctor in business. Obviously, because I lead this shit. Over time, a person or a group of people that know you're spending 600 and stand next to you at the cash register asking, how much did he pay for that peanut butter? Oh, that's too low. That's too low. Are created an environment in which this week is this price, this week is $10 higher, the next week is $10 higher, and it's 600. Who are they playing with? They playing with human life. Human life. They're playing with the elderly that have a stable check, that don't have anything else to live for. They playing with families because in a basket of goods, if you continue fuck with the prices and are making bare survival 600, you're sacrificing fruits, you're sacrificing veggies, you're sacrificing quantity, you're sacrificing everything for single need specific items just because your black fucking balls tell you so. And I had a really long conversation with my father about this yesterday, plus a TikTok live. Survival in this city has gotten to that extent that a bag of chips, a nacho Frito, and a Snapple is $10. And that shit used to be $5 at best between the chip and the Snapple. But in the minds of people that think that they got control, they break every ethical boundary through the entire way based on their values, based on their racism, and they found me. I'm extra racist now. I'm extra racist. I got the whitey KKK shell on me now because they need to be caught with their values, with their beliefs about food, with what they think they should be done with food, and smash it with a hammer. Remember, people have this values that they think they could do things right. They're real happy and motivated. They have like a glass that you could that protect them from uh, uh, concerning or opposive ideas. Opposive values. So they have their values. They think they could engage in genocide, playing with food prices, with the needs, the dietary needs of the people. And you got to take a hammer and you got to break that glass in their face. You got to just crush it and tell them and sit them down and say that if you do this, you're taking vitamin C from people. If you do this, you're taking calories from people. People need this to survive, and you are making them sick because you think that you're black and your pride this gets in your way. You understand what I'm saying? All this shit gets in your way. It's $600 to survive in this city, month to month, having a single coffee in the morning, maybe a breakfast sandwich, maybe a burrito, which is $5 in the morning. So it'd be around to 6 or 7. And meals run under the junk food for 10 and close to 2,000 calories for 15. And half of those $15 or more, up to 20, also include junk food if you need a filler, if you need, I don't know, macaroni salad on the side, if you want to have variety. Because in the minds of the black people putting these prices, they think like, oh, yeah, yeah, he could spend less. All he has to do is eat bologna every day. That's the hot gun. That's the hot pistol. That's the commodity item. See, that's the ideas that you got to destroy them. You got to destroy them in their values. Because when they engage in these type of genocidal and these ethical acts in their business, they don't see themselves upping the price in 1.5 weeks, in less than 8 days, $2 on a single item. They do it based on impulse. Oh, I don't like that white guy. That white guy got mayonnaise. Let me up it $2. And I come back knowing that I want mayo, right? I want mayo. Mayo is 260 something. I come back as $4, right? That's ethical. That's what is he taking from me? Fats. He's taking from me a variety. The orange juice. Orange juice used to be $1.69 at Whole Foods for 13 ounce. They're so retarded because that's the only word you could mention someone that wants to commit genocide, that is actively pursuing increasing prices greater than the 600 mark for basic survival. 13 ounces of OJ, 360 brand, which should be and was $1.69. Right now it's $2.99. It's $3 plus tax, so it accounts to about maybe $3.25 with tax. Do you know Do you think they understand that the gallon of juice is $5.35? You really think I'm gonna buy a gallon of orange juice because I want orange juice and not get the 13 ounce? No, I want the 13 ounce because the 13 ounce gives me 100% of vitamin C, and I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to deal with carrying a carton with me. In their mind, all they're trying to do is get more from you, more and more, and we're at a 600 level. I'm losing money every month instead of stacking $350 $350 whole in any other state. You could name any other state, and I would say about 350 in their behavior because it's about ethics. It's about ethics. It's about identity politics. In their mind, they think they're doing the right thing, and lots of people are giving them power. HRA, right? HRA got them hiring these motherfuckers. HRA and the companies are letting them retire in that motherfucker. They're letting the teenagers with this internal hate for white people decide what price things should be, and they're creating a massive ethical problem. They're playing with the lives of people. They're playing with the lives of children. Because if you're needy and you're already paying $2,000 per rent plus everything else, that kid is getting less fucking ice cream because you are a piece of shit. That kid is getting less fresh fruit because you are a black piece of shit. You see what I mean? They're getting less of what they need because you are a stupid piece of shit. And that's basically the explanation of that behavior. Because they don't, yeah, it's okay. No problem. I'll keep it low. They don't understand that when they want to jack up the price, when they want to play with the price, they're affecting people. They're affecting people like me. It's 600. It's 600 to survive. And I have one meal a day. I'm not sitting there, oh, 2 meals a day. I'm not paying $10, $20 a day. Nah, $20 a day for one meal a day. More than more than 10, way more than 10, 15, 16 for one meal a day. And I'm not gonna eat junk food for the rest of my life. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get a bag of chips and sit there like a fucking pig just to satisfy my caloric intake. They gotta man up. They gotta be put in the spot. And it's not just here in New York City. I'm pretty sure they're doing it other places too. They're creating huge ethical dilemmas in the way they price things. They don't get it. They don't get it that they're playing with life. You see, they think in their mind they're so high on weed, they got nappy hair. They have no idea that they're playing with human life, that they're playing with homeless people, that they're playing with the elderly, that they're playing with kids. In their mind, they think that they should have a right to put the price because they come from my black balls, and that doesn't work. That doesn't work. You gotta crush them. Their values, you gotta hammer them. You gotta tell them when you commit to changing prices one time, you got to think about the concerns in a macroeconomic way because you're not only getting customers from Manhattan, you're getting customers from Staten Island. So if you dare move this fucking price here like a game, 50 fucking cents, you're playing with life right there. Just 50-cent increase for necessity items, pasta, vegetables, fresh fruit, juices. You're getting it. You're getting it. But they don't get it in their mind. Instead of focusing on ice cream, which are things that people don't eat, yeah, you want to jack up the price? How about you jack up the price of ice cream? How about you jack up the price of chocolate? Nah. But they jack up the prices of the things that your body needs. You see what I mean? It's like they make everything premium. Cereal, which should be for children, jacked up $7 for a box for 2 bowls of cereal. That box is $2. That box is $2 on the other side. 230 something on the best days. 230 something, maybe $3. Not jack $8 with tax for a box of cereal. Uncas top shelf items. Why? Because unfortunately the city's letting potheads smoke that shit and start designing top shelf, bottom shelf item in their psychology. Oh, cereal is top shelf. Oh, this is top shelf. Oh, this is top shelf. And they pricing people out of food that they need, pricing people out of vitamins and minerals, pricing people out of being healthy. And that's genocide. When you price people out of being healthy, you're going to get a hammer. They're playing with the pistol, aim at them. Every instance, every action that they take towards food, they are playing with a smoking gun aimed at themselves, not at the people, because they're not going to win the war. They're just stupid employees working in retail establishments, stealing from it, stealing money from it, eating from it. You know what happens. Reparations, blah, 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 5 finger discount. All of them you could assume that they stealing hundreds of thousands of food plus eating there every day. They gotta man up. They gotta man up. 600 is way too much. I remember surviving in this city 16 years ago, 2010, 15 years ago, 2010, with 150, and keep money from food stamps to the long run. And I ate and I drank and I had fun and I skateboarded and I bought energy drinks and I bought gummy worms and I had candy and I had ice cream and I had cereal and I had all this shit and I never struggled with being able to save something. These people, in their psychosis, in their genocide, are trying to ensure you lose everything. Everything. All your money. When is it going to stop? Who's going to tell them that they're doing something wrong? Who is going to tell them that they're doing something wrong with food pricing in the city? Who is going to man up to them and tell, yo, what you just did right there, this was not this price when you come back. Well, you gotta get them, you gotta make a scene up in that month. You gotta make a scene. When you come back and something you paid that you remember the price is up another dollar. When they do that, you got to confront them. You gotta make a scene over there. Be like, what the fuck do you guys think you are? Who the fuck do you guys think you are? You think it's Rockefeller out here that we're all millionaires? You guys are retarded. You guys shouldn't be working in retail. How are you guys doing this to people? And corporations like Whole Foods and Tribeca and Target and Tribeca only won 5%. 5% of gain. So if they're selling cereal and MSRP is $2, all they want is $3 because they want to sell out. But they, on the other hand, up it 400, 800, 900% on items that should be a bargain. And they're doing it on purpose. Orange juice, 300%. They're doing it on purpose. Like I said last night, and I've been repeating because I'm beating a dead horse with the same bat. The horse already rotten, and I keep losing more money to beat that because only one meal. Imagine a household. Imagine how much a household pays for 4 children or 3 children right now with stamps and everything. You really think that they're going to get by? Nah, they're losing money little by little. It's $200, $300 that they did not have working their ass off every day until it reaches zero. And then once it reaches zero, out of the city. And that's what they're trying to do. How do you solve it? Well, simple. 3 clipboards, 15 days. Everyone laid off until further notice. First clipboard, MSRP prices. Every box of everything that came into the store has to be accounted for because the truck's going to give you a clipboard, right? So you look in the clipboard for MSRP prices. Well, take the clipboard of everything that came in from Whole Foods, Tribeca, and from Target. Everything, every single item, A through Z. You have it, and you have MSRP. You take corporate clipboard, which includes the guys up top. What do they really want to sell these items for? And you put it side by side. You take those clipboards like that, boom, and on the second column from MSRP, you make a percent of gain. You compare corporate to freight prices. What's the gain? It's not going to be over 10%. Target is not going to want 200% on orange juice. Whole Foods Market is not going to want 600% on chicken. You put it side to side and you're going to see a decimal amount of gain. Could be 0.25% for cans, um, or no gain on certain items, 1% on cereal, 2% on milk, this and that, this and that, this and that, this and that, and you tally it up. Now you got two clipboards, and then the hardest job, item by item in that store must be accounted for. Every item, A, B to C, must have a clipboard price. And then you put all those numbers down, A through Z, and you do percent of MSRP to current price. Because remember, all corporation wants is 5% from they don't want 200% on things. And you start arresting and you start locking it up, clean it up, lock it up like that, lock it up, lock up the computer. Don't let them set prices. Figure out a very transparent way to keep keys, put deadbolts in doors that allow them to scan and check prices, deadbolts to stickers, deadbolts. Because they're gonna want keys, they're gonna want access. They want to continue unless you shatter their values. Continue doing what they're doing. You gotta shatter them. What they think about you and what they think they could do about food must be smashed with a nail hammer. Bah, 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 bah. What you did? What? You did what? You did what? Peanut butter? Yeah, a pound of peanut butter should be more expensive. Yeah, you gotta crush them. What they're doing is killing people. They're killing us. And nobody's saying nothing. I'm the only guy that's voicing this out on a public scale because we need to find out paper wise, paper man, one clipboard, two clipboard, three clipboard. What? Why are they overpricing it? Where's the overprice to put it back to how it's supposed to be so that we can start being plentiful again, so that when you see a mother of two come in the Whole Foods supermarket, she's taking oh shit. She's stocking up. Happiness, satisfaction, living plentiful, not having to sacrifice items because she don't care, because those people don't care. That's all that it takes. Identify who the threat is, where the food is that it's overpriced, and put everything where it's supposed to be. And that's it. Everything. Every single item that is overpriced because it came out of the asshole, because the ethical concerns of jacking prices up, it's not deep in their skull yet. And fix it. It's too easy. I already know how to do it. And one clipboard, two clipboard. It should be in the general manager's office. One clipboard freight, what came in. Second clipboard prices. What's the corporate price? You're gonna check it on the computer. They're gonna tell you, give you an Excel what they want you to sell these things at. Third, the price at the shelf. And if there's disparities or if there's big difference between the flow of the percent, check the money because they're pocketing the money. They're pocketing the difference. They're pocketing the difference. If the franchise owner is paying the company up to corporate level prices, if the franchise owner is giving them the 5-6% of their earnings, right, and pocketing the rest, jail, federal jail, goodbye. No more franchise for that month for that man again. That's the way how it's done. Employees, deal with them. You gotta lock it up. You gotta safeguard every detail about food in those places because they're gonna continue doing it. Remember, it's racism, what they feel for us. You gotta lock it up. You can't let them bop, 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 lock. You gotta take the computer out. If a computer is able to change prices for the entire store, take the entire computer out and do it from your house. Find a network, you know, figure it out. Do a database, input manually with password. Don't give them access. Don't let them be able to do scan item, check price, delete, new price. Don't let them do that. That's not their right. It's not their birthright to try to, you know, give famine and vitamin deficiencies to children, you know, make people not eat less, you know, because they think that we can survive without eating. In their mind, they think, yeah, they could. I don't eat. Boom, you don't eat. Mm, touch. You don't eat. Yeah, you don't eat. You don't eat. It's ethical. The issue is real ethical. It could be solved. It should be solved. It should be attacked. Iron Spear. There should be a FBI spear heading there. Like they're heading their location like that. X put the tail on the donkey. That spot right there is fraudulent as hell. Target the same thing. No matter what they do, no matter how they paint it, they robbing people and they taking people's money. They're making sure that you got nothing left month over month. Nothing. Zero. Less money than before. So if you work a job in New York City and you make $500 a month, you need from God, because you're wasting everything on food. You're wasting all your time to survive. You're not getting anything, no, unless you're risking, or credit cards or loans, more debt. That's basically the system. What they are doing, based on their beliefs and values, is get more people into more debt, crushing debt, because what they make is not enough to survive, and it becomes real unsustainable with a child. It becomes real unsustainable when they made the decision to jack up the price of one more thing. Just one more thing. Everything falls down. Everything falls down. They say up here, there's not enough material to think about the consequences of their actions. There's not enough thought process in the actions that they are taking. They should be really thoughtful. It's like, yo, when you play with the price of anything in here, someone remembers that price and is coming back to buy it. So that person's not going to be able to get it. And if it's a need item, if it's the necessity, not a commodity, you're playing with human life. Less fresh fruits, less vegetables, less plentifulness, less cereal for children and the elderly. The more you play around, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out. And all it takes is management principles, the clipboards, the percent, identifying the jack up in numbers of percent, because you're going to tell. Big difference. Corporates should not want no more than $10 for items sold at the store, and anything at 600, anything over $100, you're gonna find. I know for a fact you're gonna find 100, 200, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, $700 percent, 700% increase on some items. 700, because the juice, if a juice goes from 169 to 399, that's 200%. That's not 2%. That's 200%. You up the price a full, you doubled the amount, tripled the amount to get the from 260 something to 399 plus tax. It has to get to them that what they're doing is incorrect. Until then, I'm gonna continue having to pay $600 a month to survive, and you gotta you gotta target them. You gotta profile them at a federal level, bro. You got you gotta get deep in the act. You gotta find the BLM root to it. You gotta find it. You gotta find Black Lives Matter actively pursuing upping the price of food supply to try to make people sick and give people scurvy. Give people scurvy, give people vitamin D deficiency, vitamin A deficiency, calcium deficiencies. They can't afford things. They can't afford things. They should be able to afford a lot of stuff, but if these people continue jacking up the price, less and less people are going to get it because they need to pay other things. I pay it because I got nothing else to pay for. Other people are not going to consume the things they jacked. They're not. They might need them, but they're not going to buy them because you overpriced them. There's ethics involved in everything. There's management principles involved in everything. Deep rooted concerns over price gauging in the New York City Tribeca Battery Park area. Deep concerns, real dangerous behavior in the Tribeca Battery Park neighboring area in terms of prices. If you're a luxury retailer, that's fine. If you're Bluestone Coffee, that's fine. You can price your coffee at $6 if you want. But if you're a supermarket, you should be thinking in a different way. You shouldn't be thinking like every other business that's around you, because you could be surrounded by four Michelin three Michelin star restaurants, and your supermarket is in the middle. It doesn't mean you're gonna overprice items the same way as a restaurant. It should be They should understand that there's a wall to their liberalism. Real liberal behavior needs confrontation. You got to tell them what you're doing is wrong, and you got to push back the price. Push back the price. 10%. 13 ounces of OJ, $1.64. There's no excuse to jack it up to three so that nobody buy it. It was a personal thing. Every item that they jack up, it's personal. They want to do it because they think that they tough. They think that the laughter. Think they robbing people, right? They think that they want to make people poor. you know, and they have to be dealt with. They have to be dealt with an iron fist. The dots in the map: Whole Foods Tribeca, Target in Greenwich, Tribeca also. I'm gonna put my bandana on and let's get to market talk. Let's get to market talk. It's serious. Out of ah, nothing. 600 from my own money disappeared month to month. Again, the same thing over and over. Prices have continued to go up since November of last year. I'm spending more for food than I did in October. In October, I had $700 left over. In January, I took a loss. In November, I took a loss. In December, I got $100 left over. And at the start of the new year, $12 left over, $9 left over. So the next year, that they're trying to destroy me. See, I went from 200 left over to nothing left over in a single year, and it's all abuse. It's all their behavior. It's all shh. No more, no more. Let's keep it quiet. Let's finish, because they know they're wrong, and they're not gonna admit it. They need to admit that shit. They need to admit that motherfucker. They gotta wake up in the morning with the right foot and say, "I'm gonna lower prices," because they're gonna arrest me. I can't do what I want. They're gonna arrest me if I continue jacking up the prices, and that's it. Very respectfully, you continue playing with prices. When I come back and I audit the price for goods again, and things are over 100% again, put you in jail. It's easy, real easy to do. After you do the audit, after you shut it down for 15 days, after you figure out what's overpriced, you put them in a box so they learn. Be like, oh shit, we can't play with food then. It's not play money. It's real money. It's real people. It's real nutritional guidelines. People need this to survive. Yeah, and I'm playing with that. That's what they're think. They don't think they're not thinking like that. They need to see a judge before they wake their ass up. They need to see a judge before they wake their ass up and say, "Oh shit, what did I do? What did I do? Why did I do that? Why?" That's the only way. That is the only way you're going to be able to solve the food crisis problem in this city. Because if it were for them, they'll rob you dry of everything you own. They'll destroy your brand new clothes. They'll break your brand new items. They'll try to kill you on the street. They'll play around with life like that. They'll try to kick people out because all they want is supremacy because they eat for free. They think that they think they got an infinite food supply in a war, in a race war, because they all have the food. They have control of the food, so they think they're like the Romans, that they got those peas. They think they got infinite peas, but it's not like that. That don't work that way. That shit don't work that way. They gotta wake up and smell the bakey bakey. Gotta smell the wakey bakey, but they know that they're playing with more fire than they ever fucking and they ever asked for. They playing with way too much fire in that. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this right here. Doing it on purpose. They doing it on purpose, baby. On purpose. Just to try to take my money. Just to, yeah, we don't like him. We don't like him. He's a white supremacist. He's a white supremacist and shit. And they robbing the man dry of his money, and they making him pay $600 for food in the city. He's a white supremacist. Motherfucking complaining about me and shit, but they have no idea what they doing to other people. It is so concerning. It is such concerning behavior. Such concerning behavior. All right, let's have this coffee. Ice cold coffee once again. The best of the best, baby. Try to rob me. It's a white supremacist. Not a white supremacist, just doesn't like the way you're doing things. You know? You can call me whatever you want. I'm a doctor. I accept all types of things, all types of remarks about me. You're playing with life. You don't understand what you're doing in a retail establishment. You're not basing any reason to be jacking up the price other than stealing from it. Other than stealing from it. Stealing. But I mean, whew, stealing. Big time, too. But I mean, if they're not giving the company the prices at the shelf and they're deciding what to pay the company, it's just nah. They're not doing it right. They're not doing it right. They always win. They don't lose. That's real concerning ass shit. Well, I gotta put this back up. Gotta put my blankies back up. Ah, looks like this is a goose down. Look how it looks like. That's a Canada Goose jacket. It's looking like shit. Looking like a garbage bag. On Balenciaga. They're robbing people out here. They don't want you to eat. They want you to smoke weed. In their mind, that's all they want you to do. They want you to grab the pipe and smoke some shit and get high. Yeah, getting high is better than food, right? Think I'm gonna go under just because you're trying to hurt me, you know? They think that you're gonna go. They think that I'm gonna go under, right? You think I'm gonna go under? Yeah, we're gonna get high together. Yeah, nah. I'd rather jack up the price of your weed, bro. It's your medicine. Let's make it impossible for them to get the medicine. Let's make the cheapest type of marijuana $75 a gram. See if they respond and they start eating a little more. That's all you got to do to take the fucking weed, jack it. They want to jack our shit because all they got is weed, and weed. That all the shit that they inhaling is stopping their digestive tract. Remember, it's cut with dope. They don't understand that either. They smoking dope, so they smoke dope, have a slow metabolism. That shit partially stops their hunger. It don't give them munchies. What do you think will happen with them? What do you think? How do you think they're gonna think? Oh, cause they're good business people. Yeah, good business people in what? Selling drugs. Good business people in what? Selling drugs? Nah, they gotta be dealt with. They gotta be pressed. They gotta be pressed on heavily for overpricing our food and teaching other kids and teenagers to do the same. Oh, that's too cheap. That's too cheap. If they're doing that shit to school lunches, could you imagine a kid with $5 in his pocket going to school lunch and not be able to afford lunch because a black man wanted to jack up the price? Wow. You see what I mean? That's all you got for your son every day is $5. You put it in his pocket. You leave him. You leave it with his cup of coffee if he starts maturing up, but you leave the bread on the counter so that when he's walking, he knows where he needs to go to grab the money. Imagine him at lunch like that with $5 and he can't eat shit. He got nothing to buy and he got to go ask me to sign up for meal tickets thanks to a black man, bro. Nah, they got to man up. What they doing is genocide. They're playing with human life. But in their mind, I do what I want. We should be allowed to do what we want. Black Lives Matter. Nah, bro. Wake up. Wake up. What you're doing is wrong. Because I've heard people of all shapes and sizes near me already say, jack it up, pay, charge him more. This is too cheap. I wish I could round them all up in a cage and feed them bread and water. Bread and water, baby. Bread and water. That's what they deserve. All of them are Nazi. All of them were Auschwitz right now. We're Jews waiting. We're all of us in here are Jews in a concentration camp. And the Nazi is the guy at the store, at the supermarket. When you go there buying and you come back and you gotta pay $2 more and $2 more and $2 more and two more, a dollar over here and a dollar over there. It's not funny. It's not funny. Those things did not raise in price. I know personally that bologna is not going to jack up. That's what they are psychologically making you feel that you can't afford things, that you have to pay more, just so that they line their pockets or take more food so that they continue stealing it. They are pricing in what they steal. You got to pay for that. Before jacking up the price of anything in the store, let the store go bankrupt. A better businessman is gonna come around and fix the problem. Well, demand, you gotta shift demand. Let's go down to my science. Remember, I'm a doctor. I know, and an MBA. I know about this. So how do you do that? How do you do that? If a store is bankrupt, if you leave the prices where they are, how do you solve it? How do you solve it? You increase demand by lowering the price. Am I right? If you sell out of an item that you're trying to overprice to make more money, you're lowering demand. So what are you going to get? Bankruptcy. You're going to get? What are you going to get? What are you going to get? You're going to get less people to buy your shit, buy food, sell out of things. Nobody buys half of the shit in that place anyway. Why? Because it's overpriced. Because it's overpriced. Because they know it's overpriced. They rather buy a bargain brand, or they're already accustomed to another brand. So how can you solve a Whole Foods from bankrupting if you got to jack up the price 600% on items? You lower prices. That's it. It's simple. On everything, you increase demand. And if you got to do work and you got to stock the shelf, fuck it. That's your job. Makes sense, right? If demand increases for Whole Food stores, and you gotta and things run out the shelf, well, you got a job to do. You put food back where it's supposed to go. But they have this band. They running this ship so tight. They run the Whole Food ship so tight that they take it easy on their employees, that they don't want to. It's only a little bit of stocking that happens every day. It's only a little bit, and in reality, all of that shit should be gone. If there was high enough demand and low enough price, the people, that the guy shelving the shelves, that take his lovely time to put this back, make hours, make 2-3 hours out of a single tax, a single time, a single bottle, a single bottle, a single bottle, and he would have to get to work. He would have to get to work quick, like that. It's out of shelf. Go to the back, put it back in there. Within half a day, there's something else run out. You got to do your work. Put the box on the ground, put it on the shelf. But they run it nice and slow. They run the tight ship. They jack up the price. Demand for items, for everything in there, goes down. And they got a bodega. Everyone knows that nobody buys that shit at the bodega. They know. Nobody wants that shit at bodegas, right? New York City bodegas have a tendency of keeping things stocked up forever, indefinitely. They'll be jacked. You come into bodega, a Bronx bodega, a Brooklyn bodega, and you look up to the top and you see everything full of food, cans of jalapenos that nobody's gonna buy, rice, detergent. Nobody's gonna buy that shit, and they always stay there. Why? Because they're overpriced. Because nobody's gonna get that there. Either nobody's gonna get that there, or they're overpriced, and that's what they're trying to do. That's the ambience they want in a supermarket. That's the New York way of doing things. Instead of, you know, go like that: price, demand, supply, increase supply, lower price, demand rises. Solution: you got 200 people an hour in that cash register. You got moving, you got to work, you got a couple Hispanics, Mexicans going with the shelf, putting things on the shelf real quick. You switch to stickers. Instead of labels on the shelf, you shift the stickers. Sticker, lower the price real low. And now the store doesn't go bankrupt, and you don't have to. You don't have to, jack up the price 600% on items. You see how easy that was? That was real easy. I put a clear cut to you. If you had to jack up items on a store 600%, 300%, 400%, and shit still stays there because you don't want to do your job, because you want it easy. Yeah. They're going to need it anyway, committing Nazi style Auschwitz genocide. Because they don't care. They'll jack what you need. They don't jack what you don't need, but they'll jack what you need. What you need, what you want. You want to you everyone wants an orange juice. They'll jack that up. You need chicken. They'll jack that up. Not the rotisserie chicken, but the refrigerated chicken. They'll jack that up. They'll jack everything that you need just to make up for the money that they for the demand that they don't have. Instead of going and on the chart, right? Demand, supply. Wait, uh, demand, price, supply. Go flop, flop, and move this scale all the way this way. You know, like from where it's up here, right? It's looking like that right now. Move it down, make it look up. A set. You look, you see, everyone knows the figure, demand supply figure with price. Inelastic is flat. Price, demand, supply. Instead of like that and kind of nearly stable, robbing people, you drop it. Drop everything in there, and the other side has to move higher. You up supply, and that's it. You make money. But they don't want to do their job. Let's get the stock market talk. Let's get it going. Let's get it going, baby. Long conversation. 2 days on the same topic. Prices, food prices. Don't get me started. It's a war out here for your mind, baby. It's a war out here. I'm gonna call Alex Jones, bro. I'm gonna call. Hey, Alex, what's up? Yeah, I need you to come to New York City, Tribeca. Go to Whole Foods and Target and tell them to stop price gouging. Bring your megaphone. Yeah, the megaphone. Yeah, we're these people are committing genocide. They're trying. It's $600 a month to survive, bro. And I'm a homeless guy. All right, we'll go there next week. All right. You guys gotta stop jacking up the price. Just lower the price, and everything will be fine. Get national attention on the motherfucker for real. Someone got to take over. I'm just a, I'm just a doctor, you know, just a doctor. Spin the facts. I'm just a doctor. Spin the fucking facts. I'm just letting you know that what they're doing is wrong because they don't know how to do it. Because they don't want you to. They don't want high demand. You know, they don't want it. They don't want people to buy their shit. They want you to pay more for everything, and that's not right. That's not right. It's way too much. It's way too much. It is not normal. Hopefully, the market went down today, so that my Friday puts are cooking. They were cooking yesterday, up 800. Let's see where we are today. Let's see where we are today. Oh, in all seriousness, bro. Serious, bro. What they done, trying to rob me dry, bro. It's a fucking ass rate with no Vaseline. Damn, I'm up 3,000 delta on that spy. Wait, which one is that? Let me check. They're trying to rob everyone with no Vaseline. Deep asshole, fucking stomach looking. They looking for our stomach. The way they fucking us in the ass with food out here. But I mean deep, real deep. It's not funny. It's not laughing matter. Got to get the big boys out. Big boy got to come out and identify what I've identified already. Nah, damn, the market went up. We're 518. Those puts are cooking. Look at my sign. Look at you see that? Hold on. My puts burned in the water. Are we making a lower high? Let me check. Did we breach the lower high? Let me put trend lines on this. Richard Red. That's selected. Serious, man. It's serious. It's really concerning behavior from those people, man. And they don't care. They're gonna do it until they die too. That's the worst part about that shit. They're gonna continue jacking it jacking it like if it was heroin, because they know we need it. They know we need that food. They're gonna continue jacking it because they know we need that food, man. We need that to survive. They want to get as much from every individual as possible, just to cover for the outstanding debt, to cover for the outstanding chimp out, for cover for their outstanding thief, to cover for their outstanding reparations, to cover for their outstanding shit. And it shouldn't be that way. It should just not be that way. It's a real unfortunate that they take into themselves to jack up 600% food items in the city, in a supermarket that should be affordable for everyone else, that everything should be affordable so that you could keep some money at the end of the month. But they are trying to make everything so uniform, so overpriced that you keep nothing end of month, nothing, zero. Instead, you lose money every month because every month they jacking up something else. They overpricing something else. Things are going, if something's already 600% over where they're supposed to be selling it at, by next month, something is going to jump from 100% overpriced, from 100% gain, which is $1 to $2, to a 300% gain. So two items that you also bought are also going to be worth $2 more by the time you return. They gotta man up. They gotta man up. They gotta figure it out. You gotta arrest them. You gotta stop them from working in retail. You gotta identify the perpetrators. You gotta figure it out. You gotta stop them from doing what they're doing, because they're not making any money. They're just robbing people. They think they make money, but they don't. They don't understand, real market dynamics. They're focusing on your needs, what you need, not commodity items. Now it's what you need. So what you need, they overprice because they know you're gonna come back and you're gonna buy it anyway because you need it to survive. And say it's because you need it to survive. It's not. It's not a. They're not. They're not. They're not using any basis, any concern, any ethical concern in the way they're doing things. It's just they know that you're gonna come back because you need to eat, and they're gonna jack it up. They know that you need to eat, so they jack it up, and they should be punished for that. They should be punished for that. They should stand up and wake up in the morning and see themselves pissing in a jail cell for being stupid and black. Straight up, being stupid and black. That's what those people want for you. They want poverty for you, real poverty. Anyways, so we need to check out the. I think today's the pivot day. It's looking like a pivot day already. Hey, wait a minute. It's looking like a pivot day already. Let me zoom out. I think I could do better with the 30s. The 30-minute. Although it's pretty red, but the market went up 18 points. That's not good. Market went up overnight, demand filled. You can see demand. Hey. Demand filled, baby. That's not right. What they did, what they're doing to us here is incredibly illegal. Hold on. Hold on. I'm almost there. That's the 30-day high. We're going down. Low, low, up. If we test this high, it's a pivot today. We might test it pre-market. Let's see what happens. Is demand underneath? Pivot day. I'm going to close my puts at open. They already took an L. See, demand filled up on the 30. Remember, there was no demand there yesterday. Hold on, let me say good morning to my peoples. Hey, I smell pivot today. If the high gets consumed, we're swinging up and demand filled in. So Yesterday's must be closed now, quickly, expeditedly. Let me see if I could close it doing an EXT order. Let me see if I could close my puts using EXT. It's there for Friday. This one. EXT sell. Where am I? I'm 2 points in the money, but I gotta close it now because I know what's gonna happen. So let me remove this. I'm selling two of these, and let's try an EXT order again. All right, sell single. Oh wait, not like that. I gotta move it here then. It's up $800. Not bad. It's already there. Auto send, sell, edit, EXT. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I could do it on pre-market. Let me Google real quick. Okay, Chat GPTs. I want to sell two options that made money overnight pre-market on toss, think, or swim. How can I close my contracts before market open? All right, so I gotta wait till 9:30. It would be nice to close that shit now, though. I think the market gonna pivot. Hold on. I think we pivot today on SPY. If lower high becomes higher high, it's over. And demand filled in. Demand filled in. Close shorts, go long. I'm going short until bull signal. Single. Signal. All right. Let's see what we got here. See if our mail has some monies. Do we have monies? Yep. $20 today. Shoo, shoo. Chicka, 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 chicka. More money. Dun, dun, dun. Made $20 today. That's nice. Dun, 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 chicka, chun, chicka, chun, chun, dun, dun, chicka, chun, chicka, chun, chun, dun, dun, chicka, chun, chicka, chun, chun. Payments. Boop, boop. Very nice. Very nice. Last call for guaranteed reward. Dun, 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 dun. Boop, boop. Baby, baby. Share your perspective. What is this? Perspective. Hear about a beer. Let me hear about that beer. What is this? Following beers I've consumed: Budweiser, uh, Coors Banquet. How many? 6 months. Guinness, Heineken, Stella. Pretty good. I'm a pretty good guy. um, Natty Daddy, Miller, Miller Lite, Miller, and others. I'm not drinking anymore, but I definitely drank my beer. Brewed with 100% Coors Banquet quality. Cool. I like it. Banquet. I would drink Coors Banquet every day if I could. It's tasty. Heritage. It's worth it. It's good beer. Only brewed in Golden, Colorado. Tasty. Natural. Quality. Tradition since 1873. Budweiser is way older though, but I like it. Clean, crisp, premium. 150 years of brewing history, heritage, pride, unique. Order of preference, same brewing tradition since 83. 150 years of brewing history, brewed with 900 and rocky water. It's the best. It sounds. I like older beers because they have magical powers. Thank you. No problem. Great day. Thank you for the activity. Very good, very good. All right, two payments here. Pebble Hill survey opportunity. Damn, Aragon is blowing me up. Yeah, that's spam. Very good, very good, very good, very good. Da, 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 da. We're doing pretty good. We're doing pretty good today. Today we're gonna make another $10, so that's 30 for today. 30, 30. But my finances are fucking hurting like a motherfucker. $600 a month in food, but I mean hurting. It's painful, 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 and I still have all of you know next week to go to end May. Ooh. Ooh. We're draining every last cent I have. That's basically the tip of the tip of the issue. Every last cent goes into food. Every single last cent. Da-da-da. Oh, nice barometric pressure increase. Pressure went up. I heard it. My ear went very nice. 26, $46 this week. Doing pretty good. 46, 46. Income, income. Woo! 46. Signal is still blood. Signal is still blood. So I'm likely going to close longs, short one contract, then watch for for bull signal and close and launch longs. Transition from blood to longs. Baby, baby, baby. Ooh. Da, 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 da. So, baby, oh, baby, 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 oh, baby, baby, oh, baby. I'm singing Justin Bieber, bro. Hold on. Let me put it on just to get with it. Oh wait, we are bullish already. I oversold that. Yeah, we're bullish already. Wait. Hey, yo, signal was long. Yeah, yeah. I opened the screen there. Long had open. Confirm. Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me. I can't be going against things. I can't go go against things like that. Signal is bigger than nominals. So even if MACD is red or blood, the decimal point is mad low. And there is hella supply at open above where we are right now. So I might get burned on the longs for sure. But I'm going to hold out. Take the L. Take the L respectfully. Take the L, dun, 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 baby, 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 oh, baby, 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 oh, baby. No, motherfucker. He knows. I know. I already seen him. You want to save your block? Put a wastegate on it. Baby, baby, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, itchy, itchy, itchy. Oh, shit. Itchy in the head. Itchy, itchy, itchy. Oh. Scheduled programming. Damn, I forgot I still got till 10. Let me get some work done. Hold on. Let me get some work done, baby. Completely forgot about that shit. Let me stack some monies up in here. Definitely got a big week ahead. Hopefully this week it's another $50. $50 sound good as hell. We're starting to move up for the month. Starting to move up, 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 up. And the idea is that I'm making more, but my cash flow stays the same. That's the saddest part. Cash flow the same, identical, identical. No net difference, no net income, no nothing, nothing left over. So any money that I make has to go back to the balance. It is such a sad predicament I'm sitting on. I'm sitting on disappearing from the city for good. For good, never coming back to this. Go to Little Rock, Arkansas, or something like that. You're gonna see me in Little Rock, Arkansas. I don't know how I'm gonna survive out there, but that's probably where I should go. Why? Because it's affordable there. It's cheap. The second I get to Little Rock in the first month, I probably change clothes and everything. I got everything new on me. That's how much I that's how much I have trust in other places across America. If I ever were to go back to Arkansas, Bill Clinton's hometown, if I ever were to make it back to Arkansas, I would get new clothes by the month because I wouldn't have to spend that much. I would go in there, get a soda, get a dollar burrito, bean, go to the library or the Starbucks, and stay around the same area, around the same one. I don't need to go anywhere else. Either a Starbucks, a library, maybe find another spot, explore the area a little better. Hopefully, cops don't give me that much of trouble, you know. Hopefully, cops don't give me that much trouble. But I guarantee you that I'll be all everything new, new shirt, garbage, garbage. All these clothes, garbage in Arkansas, garbage, 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 garbage. Off the rack, ta 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 ta. The supermarket, $3 to survive a day. $3. Two bars of soap in Arkansas, 67 cents. Probably a dollar by now. See that? I know where the cheapest place is. I can make the move. It's not going to cost me much. It's going to cost me about two bus and an Uber. An Uber to the next, to the Arkansas bus, and just stop in the middle of town and take a nap respectfully. And then move around until I got the Walmart, I got the library, I got this, and it's going to be 30 cents for the bus. You're gonna ask her, really 50 cents for the bus? 30 cents for the bus? Yes, 30 cents, baby. For 50 miles, 30 cents on a bus. I know where I need to go. They're not trying to kill people like they are trying to kill people here. Know exactly where to go. I know I would investor. Trading apps. I like Thinkorswim is the best. Such brand new things off the bat by the first 30 days. The goal, if I were to escape the city, I would have to think out EBT two abroad. Avatar with the glasses. I would have to think Arkansas EBT to see what they give. Hooray! A survey. Nice. And see how much they give for EBT over there. Nice. Might as well just research it right now. Chat GPT real quick. How much is EBT payment in Little Rock, Arkansas, and how hard is it to get? I prefer accessarkansas.org, Department of Human Services. 'Cause I need it. You know I need it. You know I'm going to use it. I'm a low income guy. Maybe a doctor, but playing it low balling it, it's way better than being rich. More money, more problems. 9:13, 15 minutes to open. 15 minutes to open, baby. We already made some money. We started the day strong. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. It's gonna be a good day. Day. I want to move to Arkansas. I think Arkansas is probably the best idea. Or Boston. Boston would be good, but tornado. I gotta consider weather. I gotta consider how much I'm carrying. I gotta consider distances. Arkansas is nailing the spot. It's really nailing the spot. Because I might be able to survive there without food stamps. I might be able to do it. Might be able to, because it's cheap as a motherfucker to survive there. It might be a real possibility to just walk into a Taco Bell and do it right, not have to, you know, hurt myself or hurt my wallet with the things that I need. But I would leave the girl I like here. I would leave Lady Gaga here. I would leave everyone behind and forget about the city for good. I would have to, really consider disappearing and fuck it. Because here it's not survivable. I'm spending way too much of what I make. This month, let me tell you the month. There we go. Plus 292. Let's look at this. Look at the month right now. So that tell you it's not a joke, man. It's not a joke. They're robbing us here. They're taking all our money here. Every last cent. All right. Income has been 347 plus 292. That's $639. And that includes my money too. And you know what's my net income so far? $17.77. So if I subtract 60 for the PO box that was this month, if I subtract 26, which was the Planet Fitness, so I could take a shower, if I subtract 14 for this program, as all my bills, there's nothing else. It was $539. And I ate one time a day, one coffee, maybe one thing, maybe $9 here in the morning and eat nothing in the afternoon, maybe go to the supermarket. That's how much it's costing for a single fucking meal to survive with one meal a day. And it's either junk food, I already repeated myself. I don't want to repeat myself too much. It's either junk food for less than 2,000 calories or $15 to $16 for at least 2,000 calories, which half are going to be junk food. This is what they're doing to people here. This is the way they think. This is how they're attacking your wallet. This is what they're trying to do. Exhaust your possible money. So you got zero net income, so you can't save for clothes, so you can't get new shoes, so you can't get nothing unless you have a kitchen and could cook some rice. Unless you have a kitchen, propane, and unless you have pot and pans and a place to live. It's serious, man. It's not a joke. In Arkansas, from that 539, I probably keep 400 of that motherfucker. The total 639, I would keep 350 because I lived there for 90 days. I lived 90 days in Oklahoma. I lived 90 days in Little Rock, Arkansas. I lived 120 days in El Paso. And all of my outstanding debt, cooking, eating, going out, this and that, it was everything under 300, well under 300. Sticking in my pocket. Somebody could assume maybe 200 something, 250 to survive. So I would have right now, if I were to be in Arkansas, even with a room and microwave and all that shit, $350 in my pocket month to month. Month over month, I would have fresh clothes, throw the tea out, go grab one from the rack in Walmart. Man, a white t-shirt. Man, pants. Man, socks. Bam, bam. I'll be able to grab shit that I need. Resources so I don't look like this. Dingy, nasty, all yellow. But I can't throw out my dingy clothes. I gotta re-wear them because there's zero availability in me having zero chance in being able to buy something without sacrificing something else. All because of food prices. Bravo, America. Bravo, black people. You did it. Black people did it. Make whitey poor. Retard ass motherfuckers. And I live there. I know I could survive with less than the 250 in Little Rock, Arkansas. With less than the 250. And I would ball like a king. Liquor, beer, every day and shit. It's cheap. Cheap. The bus, 50 miles squared, 30 cents. Could you imagine? Hold on, let me get my purse. As far as you could take it, with a transfer too. The center transfer, the other side of town, 50 square with a single, with fucking 30 cents. A quarter and a dime, bruh. Not a dollar, not 50, 30 cents, bruh. That's Little Rock, Arkansas. Imagine what they would imagine what how the black people that think in this city would do to all those people in Little Rock, Arkansas. How they would sacrifice people and force them to move. Imagine how they would take a macroeconomic city, right? The existing prices for everything in the city with the thoughts and ideas of the existing group working in these establishments. Whole Foods, Tribeca, and Target. Imagine the damage they would do to an economy, to a microeconomic economy within the Little Rock area, thinking how they think here. Oh, we got to charge them more. Fuck Whitey, this and that. Yeah, this is too cheap. See that? You see what would happen? It would go from 2 bars of soap, 67 cents a dial, to $5 if it were for the people in this city. It's serious, man. It's not a joke. $5.39 is not livable. It's not livable. It's not livable. It's not survivable. It's genocide. It's targeted attack, targeted economic attack. It's targeted terrorism. It's real target. It's targeting your debit, your credit, your debt, your available cash. It's targeting you, your ability to have enough so you could put some Payless shoes, some Kmart shoes on your feet. You have nothing left over. Eating once a day, one meal a day between $9 to 16, maybe even 18 and 21, maybe $21 for 6 pieces of chicken, so you could really satisfy hunger, so you could really stick something healthy in you from a supermarket. They think we're birds here, that we eat a little bit, that we nibble, that we only eat a few pieces. We can only have a little bit of this, and we eat a little cereal, and we use a little milk. We only have 2 cookies. They're trying to kill us here. They're trying to kill us. Smoking weed, racism, and they have no idea how far they've gotten to get it to this number. Because this number continues to grow. You could see it. You could do month over month. Look, month over month. Last 12 months. Money left over. June of last year, 378. September of last year, 238. October, $724. I banked big since November, the new year. $48 in December, $295 in January, and then nothing. Net zero. Since December, since Trump got elected, 595 the month Trump got elected, and then negative $20, negative $21, $17 left. That's what they're doing out here. That's what they're doing. Since May of last year, since May 1st last year, 671 fucking dollars, where 6,711 were thrown away in the same places. Because they don't want you to eat. They don't want you to go there. If it were for them, they would stop you from coming in. But like you coming, they want to do those things to you. Like you do come into those places, they're gonna charge you $6,000 on food alone in a single year. And who's gonna tell them not to do that? Who's gonna crack their shell, their glass ceiling? Who's gonna hammer them shit? Who's gonna hammer them that what they're doing is wrong with food prices in the city? Who is going to hammer that in a thick black ass skull? That what they're doing in food prices has extreme ethical concerns, and the manner in which they disguise their decisions, and the manner in which they convey their decisions towards food prices in these establishments, and the manner in which they do it, and the way they think, and how they do it. All they want to do is make sure you got nothing left over. Nothing left over. Zero left over. Zero or less. And lose money. I'm losing, since January, about $20 a month. It's not funny. It's not laughing matter. That is not a joke. And this month I worked even harder than last month. I worked way harder this month than last month, and I still don't have anything left over. You see what's happening? It's like they know you got to raise, so they jack up the price. It's like they know you're working hard. You're gonna make more this month. Let me jack up the price now. That's what they're trying to do. Black people created inflation in the city. They are the one jacking up credit card debt in this country. At least in the general area, they the one jacking it up. All right, because in their mind, they thick-headed. They believe that, they should pay more, we should pay more. And in reality, they stealing it off the top shelf in the back when we're not there. Costing money. Big money, not a little money. That's worse than being robbed. Paying $500 for food for a single person eating one time, that's worse than being robbed in the street at gunpoint. That's every month. That's not one time. Because if they were robbed you once and you got the money in your wallet, well, fuck it, good. You robbed me. You took $200 from me. You took $2,000 my computer. They broke my computer. $500 a month. They continue being economic predators in the city, and nobody's gonna stand up to them. Nobody has stood up to them other than me, because it's economic damage, it's personal property damage, it's ethical concerns in the price of food. In their mind, it's all retards. It's all fucking retards. Real retards that have no idea what they're doing. How they target you. Oh, your computer may cost you $2,000. Your food $500, $600 a month. It's armed robbery every month to month. I'm getting robbed by these people month to month to have enough sustenance every 3 days to put 2,000 calories in my gut of good stuff. Not garbage, because I could eat 2,000 calories of potato chips. But that, what does that leave? Well, satiation. You don't want to eat bologna every day. You don't want to eat a bag of chips every day. Your fucking arteries get clogged. And when it comes to eat the right thing, it's $15.60. It's gonna cost you close to $20 to get some natural protein, refrigerated protein. It's gonna cost you because they know what the price, they know what the target, they know that your body needs these things and are on it like heroin. They're on it like heroin, month over month. You need that jacket. You need that jacket. You need that jacket 200%. You need that too. Jacket $1. Come back, jacket $2. Bruh, someone gotta fight for their prices. They gotta fight for that. They gotta wake the fuck up one morning and realize that they're overpaying for food and they could have bought some Jordans with it. They could have bought new clothes for it. But nah, my hardest work is not enough to eat one time a month. One time a fucking day. One time, bro. I eat once a day, bro. I'm not having 2 meals a day. I'm having one. It's either a garbage meal or a good meal. And it's costing $5.25, bro. They need to man the fuck up and realize the ethical considerations of their retardation. How they fucking everyone up. I'd rather than pick a gun and start robbing folks, right, for their wallet, for their cell phone, randomly, than doing this to people. There's greater harm. They're doing greater harm on top of greater harm on top of greater harm. It's real dangerous shit. They're really dangerous people, man. Black people are really dangerous people when they ingrain themselves, when they fucking glue onto them. They glue onto retail stores. They glue onto the motherfucking food. All right, I took an L on weekly puts. I'm taking longs now. Let me sell those puts right there and going for a single long today. They ingrained themselves, they glued themselves to the food supply of the city. To do what? To do harm. Every day, day over day. Every time I come in there, I pick up something new. Oh, that's too cheap. That's too cheap, bitch. Huh. That's too cheap. Yeah, that's too cheap. You think we need to pay more? Yeah, you need to pay more? How about you go to the mental hospital? Get your head shaved in jail, some shit like that. How about you suffer? You know, how about we traumatize your ass, stupid bitch? Right? How about we traumatize you? I know you're a minor. I know you're a teenager. How about we traumatize you and do something to you that you won't like? Traumatize the hell out of you. Break your value. Destroy your ego. Destroy the way you think about food, in a sense that you might go to jail for doing that. You know? Imprison them. It's too easy. Put them in jail. Put them in jail. It shouldn't take 2 minutes. NYPD walk in there. NYPD walk in there. Say, who's jacking up the price? That girl right there asked about them peanuts, that it should be higher up. They're under arrest. That's it. Arrest them. Arrest them. Everyone that mentions, oh, God, this should be cheaper, this is too cheap, arrest them. Arrest everyone. Every single person that those words come out of their fucking mouth, put cuffs on them and put them in a paddy wagon. Because they're going to get their means. When you're not looking, they're going to go, if they have access to the computer, they're going to scan, they're going to change the price themselves. Oh, $1. Oh, yo, $1 more. Oh, yo. And you come back $2 more. Oh, yo. And it's all retarded. And it's all strong arm robbery. They and you know, it would be better than those people that are fucking with food in this city go be out there in the street with a gun picking on people. Rob an elderly woman instead. But don't be robbing regular people for $500 a month. Regular homeless people, bro. Homeless people. I'm homeless. $500 a month in food. You understand what I'm saying? Bro. Pick up a gun. Instead of doing that, pick up a gun. Do something different. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens today on market. 9:32. I'll see you guys I'll leave at 10:30 and I'll see you guys at 11 today. Today's Tuesday. Let's see if all this demand either goes away or we move up here. I'm going to leave the longs on. I think bulls are going to take over today. Ow, itchy. People got to catch up to what they're doing to them. They got to catch up. They got to wake their ass up one day and decide, this is too expensive. Fuck you. This and that. And man up. Bring a megaphone. Start a riot. Occupy. Stand in front, chain up the supermarket and say, we want lower prices. Chain that shit up. Put a chain on them. Lock them in there. Lock them in there. Put a chain around the door in both places. Lock them up. Lock them in there so that they realize, oh, shit. Oh, what did we do? Oh, no. What did we do? What are we doing here? Oh, no. Yeah, they caught up. They're catching us. They're catching us. They're about to rope us. That's it. We're about to go to jail for jacking up the price so that they get it, so that they understand what they're doing to people out here. Because remember, I'm not eating good every day. Don't forget that. I'm not eating good every day. All I eat is protein. Only protein. Protein, nothing else. Because if I add anything else to my protein, it ends up being more money than before. Only protein. Why? Because protein has the most energy, kcal energy stored, good energy store, good digestion. So if I go to the pharmacy, I'm getting a 10-ounce brick of ham or chicken, Oscar Mayer, $5.30 and a drink. If I go to Whole Foods on the days I need calories, I'm not getting bag of chips, I'm getting the chicken. Why? Because if I start mixing things up, it starts costing money. Anything other than the essential costs more than $500 a month. And the body just can't take, the body can't take eating a bag of chips every day to make up 2,000 calories. It doesn't work like that. The body cannot continue consuming grease because they're not going to overprice that. They're not going to overprice the chips or the ice cream or the cookies. They're not going to touch that. They're going to touch what you need to be healthy. The orange juice, they're going to touch it because you need orange juice. The chicken, refrigerated chicken, you're going to touch it because you need them cutlets because you're not going to spend cash every day to get a whole pound of rotisserie chicken. Hey, the expendables, the shit they throw away, that could be cheap. But what you need is those cutlets. 4 cutlets of those, and walk the fuck out. You need the refrigerated chicken. 4 pieces of that chicken and walk out. Maybe 6 if you're hungry. And maybe have 2 for tomorrow. But even those things are costing more than you think just for basic survival. In Miami, right? A whole bunch of fried chicken is $6.99. A whole chicken fried, $8.99. And I remember, why can't they do that here? Why can't they do that here? Why can't they do that here? Why can't they assimilate prices and try to force bodega style prices up in this? Supermarkets that don't sell things forever, things on the shelf expired like a motherfucker, still there till eternity because nobody's going to touch it. Why do they do that? Instead of making an establishment, making a business that rotates everything because everything's affordable and everyone could, take advantage of the price and stock up. Nobody's stocking up food, bro. Everyone's empty in this city. You think they stocking up food? They better make $6,000 a year, $60,000 a year, $75,000 a year. Because the 40,000 people, forget about it. All they make is $500 a month, $600 plus taxes, $600, $700 a month, and they got to work every day for it. So you're working at $50,000 level. You're not working at $28,000. You're working greater than $28,000 to just eat. That's not right. That's not right. That's fucked up. That's third world. That's genocide, bro. That's genocide. When you include earnings per year, 28,000 is only getting food. They can't eat. Divide 28 times monthly. Divide. How much do you think they got for food in a month? What's in the pantry? Nothing. 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 Nothing is in the pantry because they got to pay rent. They got to They gotta pay rent. They need water. They need electricity. What's left over for food? Nothing. If they have kids at 28, they're dead. They're dead. Their children lacking shit. You gotta deal drugs, right? That's the easy way out. Deal drugs, sell some packs, get a stick, a dope stick, a few bundles, stand in a spot, line the birds up, right? That's easy, right? That's black. That's black leadership for you. That's black entrepreneurial. Standing with the packs, standing with the sour, standing with the sticks, the bundles of dope. Give it raw fentanyl, straight fentanyl, right? That's how they want it to be that way because that's what they're doing to their own people. That's what they're doing in those supermarkets. They want you to pick up, I don't know, 100 bags of dope, put fentanyl in it, and start killing them. Easy. It's way too easy for me. It wouldn't take me 2 seconds to do that. It'd be like, nah, you open a bag of dope, or you open the envelope, and you go, bah, 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 and you put a lot of fentanyl in that motherfucker. Bah, bah, bah. You put the white, the crust, you put that little frosting on top of the orange bag, orange, yellowish bag, or maybe the white one, white China, you put fentanyl on top of the China, you start dumping that. That's be cheap, right? How much you think a gram of fentanyl would be? I don't know, 30, 40 bucks? This is cheap. It's not expensive. Start fucking giving them fent. That's it. That's how I make my money, right? That's how they want you to make your money. They want you to smoke. They want you to get high. They want you to, smoke so that you don't get hungry unless you smoke, so that you're seeking only drugs, so that because those are the people setting the prices. Those are the people setting those prices up. And I'm up. I think I'm up. Those calls are printing. That single call, where is it? I'm up $38 on those. It's bad, man. What they're doing to people here in the city is bad. They gotta wake their ass up. Wake their ass up, and they better stand correct because I want them lined up. Yeah, we should pay more. We should pay more. We got them in YPD. Lock them up. Lock them up. Lock them up. Stand them. Yeah, you jack that up. I see you on camera. You jack the price of that thing up. Yeah, you want to jack up those peanut? You want to jack up the peanut butter, the OJ? Yeah, you want to jack up the OJ and the peanut butter? Stand right there. Stand right there. You, who else? Who else jacked up the price in here? I did. Stand right there. I see you on camera. What were you doing up in that room? Stand right there. Yeah, you told the manager you got to jack that up, right? Stand in that line. And then police him. Walk police up in there. Turn around. Turn around. Paddy wagon. The fuck out of here. That's the only way. Knock on wood. That's the only way you're going to get rid of the threat. That's the only way you're going to drop a month long of food for $600 for a single person eating 1/3, 30% garbage. No, more than that. Every 3 days garbage, 1 day good food. That's basically me right there. 3 days garbage, chips, nachos, Snapple, 1 day chicken from Whole Foods. That's it. There's no beef in there. Nothing else. And it will account to $600 fucking dollars. They're attacking your health, bro. These people are attacking your health. Your health, your money, your ability to change shoes. If I need new boots, I'm losing money. If I need new clothes, new shirt, I'm losing money. If I need anything, I'm losing money because I'm breaking even on just food. And it's predators that are setting the food prices. Predators, black predators. Predator. You know what a predator is? A predator is someone that consciously jacks up the price of orange juice so that you don't take two. That's a predator. A predator is a person that consciously jacks up essential items like refrigerated protein for the homeless people, refrigerated protein sandwiches at $13 or $8 with nearly nothing in it so that you have nothing left month to month. A predator is one that sees families and women go up in there with 2 kids and sacrifice not getting fruit. No fruit. They're not going to get fruit. Those kids are not getting fresh fruit.
A predator is someone that consciously jacks up the price of essential items so that they can't get vegetables. So when they get there, they're gonna get what they need for the recipe today, but they're not gonna buy vegetables. They're not gonna stock cilantro. They're not gonna get a couple avocados. They're not gonna get peppers or onions. They're gonna get what they need on the now. Because if they get too much, they over budget. And that's what predators are doing in the city. That's what black people are doing in the city, working in those establishments. That's what they are doing. They're going up to your face, spending $600 a month, right? Getting up in your face, $600 a month, asking how much did he pay? How much did he pay? And say, oh, that's too cheap. That's a predator. That's not a regular human being. That's someone that's committing a crime. Every time you hear, oh, charge him more, oh, that's too cheap. Those are criminals. Economic criminals should be labeled as such, and should be prosecuted at the maximum extent of American law. Because $500, $600 for a single male eating garbage and trying to survive, eating a few meals a week of good food is out of the question. It's out of the question. They're doing it on purpose. They're doing it because they want confrontation. They're doing it because they're racist. They're doing it because they don't like us. They're doing it because they want us poor. They're doing it because in their mind, they think they're going to win this war. They think they're going to be supreme. They think they run shit. And what they really are doing is harming families of all shapes and sizes. The ethical considerations of the damage they have already done, jacking it up to 600 for a single person, it's unsurmountable. 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 They're sacrificing the nutrition of families. They're taking nutrition, money for things, for shoes, for clothes from families. 28,000 is not enough. 35,000 is not enough to survive. 40,000, 50,000 median to barely come through, to barely make it, that's messed up. That's messed up. This should be shame. This should be ashamed of what they're doing. Because in my times, white leaders came up to the hood and dropped them turkeys at Christmas. In my time, white leaders, not black leaders, pulled up selling that cocaine and dropped fucking toys for motherfucking Christmas to the black kids in the ghetto. I come from the ghetto in PR. The people that did that were white. They were not black. We gave them Christmas presents. We gave them turkeys. We gave them free food. They end up in power. Now they want to rob you of your last fucking cent. Ungrateful pieces of shit. You see that? Does it make sense? 600 a month? It makes no sense. It doesn't. It doesn't. We know it doesn't. We know they're doing it because they have ire, anger, resentment, social inequality, socio-economic inequality, this and that. They can't work at that because they only want people in the high rise. They only want white people in the high rises. Well, if you were smart, you would get an education, and then maybe you could get up there. But they don't want to get educated because they don't need, the liberal logic doesn't need college to be rich. The liberal logic doesn't think when they're taking food from people's plates. They don't think, and they're raising them. A new black kid, a new black girl, a teenager grows up thinking, maturing with this resentment that people in a supermarket should pay more. Real, and I've seen her, I swear to God. I've been in that position. Tiny little black girl coming up, how much did he pay for them peanuts? Oh, that's too cheap. Oh, he paid too little. Right? Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense. That's what black people are doing now. That's the new assault. And it's going to go. It should explode. This shit should blow up. And people should target them. Blow up, target them. Real targeting. Don't be afraid of saying the truth. Target them. Take a picture of your pantry if you live in New York City. Take a picture of your pantry if you live in New York City and blame them. Blame them when there's nothing in there. Blame them. Take a picture of that shit. How should a pantry look like? And if there's nothing in there, blame them. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. Because there's nothing there. Zero. They're living on a day-by-day basis. Day-by-day basis. And if they have kids, it's even worse. Shit be running out. It'd be 15 days, $500, $600 every 15 days. Thanks to these people. Every 15, bro. 15 days. And you gotta throw another 600 on the table. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll see you guys later. I'm getting heated. I already did my trade. I'll see you guys at 11:16. I'm done with the computer today. I'll get back to work later. I already made my money today. I already made my shit. I already made my money. Let's get up the fuck out of here before I get lynched for saying the truth out here. Before I get lynched, straight up. Before I get lynched, for Crash Mob breaks the $2,000 computer they broke again for a second time. Peace. Where's the pump? Let me see the pump. Let me check the market real quick and bounce out of here. Oof. Big deal though. Big money. I made a lot of money on them calls today. Told you. I'm up 100 on those calls. I'm going to hold. I think they're going to take over that demand. I think they're going. How far is the wick? The wick is not that bad. I need the wick to go above 223. I'll see you guys later, bro. See you guys at 11:16 like always. On point.